Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the show. I'm David Sponheim, the American Original. Hi. I thought you'd like to check out my new dinner tonight, which will be fantastic. We have a shrimp oyster Prima Vera. That's right. One correction. There we go. And we're going to be cooking for 3 people tonight. But believe me, there'll be enough food to feed 6. All right? This is all about getting zinc from oysters. And as you know, we've got the can of oysters for only $1 at the dollar store. These things are amazing. And they're fairly low salt. You know, they're 220 milligrams times 2. But the nice thing is they have that flavor, that seafood flavor. We're going to be cooking with a little bit of rotini and a little bit of Annie's organic pasta. The rotini, I've got a half a box of rotini and some organic mac and cheese here, 25% less. Yeah, and this is non-GMO. And this is non-GMO and organic, so pretty cool. That's $2 for the pasta. Yeah, so far we're at $3. Amazing. Yeah. Let's get the chat show going. I'm going to kick into my Periscope show, which finally is up and running. Thank you to Periscope. They restored it for me. Appreciate it. We'll do the Cooking Up Politics episode. Now, if we are DDoS during this entire show, the recorded broadcast continues to go on. The cooking process goes on, so you'll always be able to watch this on my website. I'll get to the shrimp in just a second. Yeah, this is pretty durable format we've got here. When you do shows like this, normally people, burn out after the first few. And we're at 2020, it's February 20th, 2020, a magical number for some people, I guess. Yeah, let's go live. Cooking Up Politics, and I'll view the broadcast over there. If you want to check out our broadcast at Periscope because you're having problems, the link, here is the link. I'm also going into my iVlog show right now, which you guys are wondering what's going on over there. Okay, let me log in. In the meantime, let me put some music on for you, and we'll get into some good, healthy cooking. Yeah, that's weird. Okay, a little oomph there. Okay, we're going into a new phase of the show. We're going to start cooking. How about that? Can you have a link to the Austin crackhead standing? No, we don't have any links like that. Trump Tartican. Hey, and welcome iVloggers. You're eating a hot pepper salad? Are you sure your colon can handle that? Oh, no. It's great going down, but coming out is not exactly a good thing. You just heard that from David on the American Original. Okay, so we're going to take a quick look at the ingredients again. I'm going to show you the shrimp. I picked up this amazing wild Baja shrimp. Isn't that great? And I've got them on camera here. I've been able to get 3 meals out of this $6 package. So what I'm going to do essentially is make sure that people can save money. If you can buy something that good, harvested in Baja, I mean, this is pretty amazing. You know, less Thailand suffering, less torture, and, you know, the life of people in Thailand. Ironically, the people that built this are from Thailand, and they just decided to buy property in Mexico and raise shrimp. I mean, what's wrong with Americans? Why can't we do that? You know? Now, because we have a lot of resistance every night, people don't understand why I'm even running with, you know, the two parties out there. They've got their choices made. They can either vote left or right. So they all have the illusion of choice, but we're actually here to unite the country. I'm in the middle of the political spectrum, and I think it's about time we united our nation, don't you? All right. Now for vegetable, oh, by the way, that was $2 of the shrimp, in case you didn't do the math. 1/3 of 6 is $2. So that's $5. And then we've got some veggies here. And I managed to get these for amazingly $1. The organic zucchini at Trader Joe's, and I pulled out 6 zucchini for like $3, less than $2.50. Yeah. So they're made in Mexico, but they're organic, and Trader Joe's is offering that organic deal. Pretty cool. So we're going to use 2 of these tonight. Hey, you guys are wasting your time. You know, we can take care of trolls every single day. I've managed trolls for 11 years. You got nothing you can throw at me, man. You got nothing you can throw at me. Yeah, anyway, this is kind of cool. We're going to be using our chopping block. And as traditionally, I'm going to use a small onion, but this is a large onion I cut in half, and I get 2 meals out of these onions. So, and I reuse bags. So if you have an old bag, they're great to store onions in. Okay. You know, I don't really have a concern about eating shrimp or lobster because, well, for many years, it was considered the poor man's food. I remember my mother, when she was a young girl, she told me about how she used to get lobsters for 25 cents a piece. And one day she came home out in Cape Cod. They were staying there with her family. And they brought in a bucket of lobsters for only a few bucks. Everybody had a full lobster. It was like $3. I mean, a whole family, yeah. I'm sorry, Prince Andrew, but I don't think you understand. I won't be going to your 60th bash at Pizza Express. Yes. Yeah, Trader Joe's has some items you can't find at other stores, like those zucchini. Yeah, it is a fascinating story, Jeff. How are you doing? Are your accommodations good on Little St. James Island now that you moved back into your dungeon? I know. It's so nice to be there surrounded by all your child sex slaves. Wow. Amazing you pulled that one off. Everyone thinks Jeffrey Epstein's dead. You know, they just found activity on his bank accounts. Somebody's drawing millions of dollars out of the fund that was supposed to be in Mark's name. Yeah, well, you're not hiding it very well, Jeffrey. Okay, peel the outer layer off of this onion. Whenever you see stuff like that, that's still edible. Just give it a rinse. And then pull off the edge. Until you don't see any coloring. It's only when you see brown that it's really bad. All right? So we have a full onion ready to go here. Put some light on the subject. I'm going to turn that burner back here on the rear onto level 3. And what we're going to do today is make a base with the onion and the zucchini, but preferably the onion with this package of cheese, a little butter, and some milk. I'm going to make a sauce without adding a can of mushroom soup because you know that has MSG in it, right? Now, MSG is considered racist now. People say if you say there's MSG, that you're racist. So I couldn't believe it. Somebody said that's racist to say is there MSG at a Chinese restaurant. We did this last week. There's no MSG in this. This is organic, you idiot. I'm gonna mute you for a while. You get a life, dude. Jeez. Hey, Frankie. Yeah. Well, anyway. No, I'm not worried. No, I'm completely protected. We have full hazmat suits, Sarah and I do. In case there's a problem in our area, I'll just zip into the hazmat suit with replaceable filters. Yeah, we'll let it blow over a couple years. We got enough, food to pack it in. But Sarah will have a hard time working during that time period. Well, I mean, if there's a full-blown infection, I mean, everybody probably would stay at home, right? Organic rice is expensive. I get it at Trader Joe's, frozen, 3 packages for $5.59. No, that's not really happening. No 9-year-old got anybody pregnant. You're full of it. That's just if you're telling the truth, that's weird. That's the weirdest thing I've ever heard. Yeah, unless they're, the meat that they're feeding kids now is making them. So, David, if you're making this for 3, who's your special guest? No one. I just throw it in the freezer. We reheat it later. Okay, as usual, we're going to spray a little olive oil on the base. Get started with that. So we'll pump it up. All right. Aren't you glad that Trump brought all these people into the country that are contaminated with the coronavirus? Boy, you Trump supporters really know how to pick a president, don't you? Wow. And the Democrats are having a problem picking anybody that has the ability to talk without, skipping a beat like Biden. They're having a hard time sounding less milquetoasty like with Buttigieg. I've never seen a more milquetoasty guy than Buttigieg. He exhibits the male machismo of Barney Five. How many layers is this cleaver? This is my old 1960s cleaver. You really want me to pull out the Damascus or the knives from from Syria? Yeah. Thank you for supporting me. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get that hot level 3 back there. It takes a while for it to heat up. Let's zoom in on this onion here. You want to make it nice and tight. And when you get to this section, you want to just kind of bear down on it, And always keep an eye on the knife. Never take your eye off the blade. All right, we're going to throw that onion on top of that pan there. And we'll cut up these as well. I'm going to add some water to the stove. And welcome to my kitchen, everybody. Isn't that nice? We got the succulents growing. Everything's growing very well. I'm going to add some water here. Oh, did you see my feet? Oh, foot cam. All right. Purified water. About half full. Yeah. Onions are good in everything. Okay, for quick heat, I'm going to put it on the front burner over here. Put a cover over it. Slam it up to level 6. rinsing hands. Get a paper towel. Hello. Okay. See, it's like every day. No different. You know, the nice thing about cooking is I don't make my own onion soup. Onion soup generally has tremendous amounts of, it has tremendous amounts of salt. So making your own French onion soup, you've got to start with a chicken base. And if you do make your own, get an organic chicken broth that's low salt. Or make your own chicken broth. Yeah. But onion soup is like French onion soup, where you make it with the older onions that are going bad. The French came up with this wonderful way of taking onions that went bad, you know, not really bad, but, and getting that sweet taste out of it if you cook them first and then add them to the soup. Tom is not being a very nice person. He's coming up with all kinds of negative stuff about my cooking, and frankly, I do better than anybody online. You'll notice that not one food cooking show on the Food Network, that includes Hell's Kitchen, every single show out there, every show doesn't talk about organic and non-GMO food. I'm the only cooking show, perhaps in the entire world, that talks about organic, non-GMO food. Isn't that interesting? That gives you an idea, a window into what they're trying to do to the American people and worldwide, to people in general. I'm a big, strong protagonist of organic food. I've been that way since the 80s when I started a company marketing organic food. And I literally turned Safeway onto the idea of organic food, and they started creating the O brand after that. It was, I think, 12 years in the making. After I walked into that guy's office, they started working on developing relationships with growers, a network, and now the O brand is the largest organic food production company in the world. Isn't that wonderful? And I did that, and I'm proud of that, yeah. Safeway story alert, Safeway story alert. I can find you, and I'm going to go ahead and stimulate you into the band category. There you go. Okay, now, this isn't cooking fast enough, so I'm going to turn the rear up to level 6. And I'm going to dice the zucchini now. To spread it out, I'm going to actually cut it in half this way. And make them fairly nice, about, you know, this big. Okay, throw that right in the pan. Okay. We're going to throw some Italian seasoning on that. About a half a teaspoon. There you go. Cover it up. Yeah, let that cook for a little bit on a fairly high flame. Kind of slightly caramelize it. I love zucchini. It's one of my favorite things. I mean well. Thanks, Daryl. Well, I know you voted for Trump. All of you people voted for Trump, but you don't understand that he cheated to win the election, and I didn't. And he took my ideas to get people to notice him. And I've been censored for 11 years, so put that in your brain and piece it together and come up with an answer as to what you're doing here. All right? Well, I'm sure they told you you couldn't write right now. Yeah, we're just trying to raise awareness for this third party. If we don't do that, we're stuck with the two parties, and they won't solve the problems coming. Believe me, the environment, they talk about, you know, the Democrats talk about global climate change like it's solving the environmental problem. It's not at all. In fact, we need to start filtering the air. They don't talk about that. We need to start filtering water. They don't talk about that either. They come up with some ridiculous tax plan called cap and trade, which has proven to fail time and time again. Ghost being banned is only because he's worked with Mark. Yeah. He worked with Mark for a long time. I know. This is Baja shrimp. He just called it, looked like crap. He said Baja shrimp. Can you imagine? Yeah, Mike Bloomberg did bad. He very low energy performance. Not many people are impressed with him. Had I been on the stage, everyone would be talking about me right now. But they won't give me a second of media time. So arguing that Ghost is being banned, this and that, no, they just grabbed his name. When that guy Ghost Media came into existence, first of all, it's like they just stuck him out there on YouTube with a background going back 7 years. I don't believe it's, no. I think YouTube's playing some serious games. Yeah, I heard that YouTube got a lot of money, $2 million from the Council on Foreign Relations. And Mark Zuckerberg got money too as well. He's working collaterally with YouTube. That's what I've heard to stop me. Now, I've never made a penny doing this in all the years I've done it, but people have made a fortune. I mean, millions of dollars censoring me. If you can imagine that, you'll know what's going on. I could never get rich on YouTube. For one, they perma-censored me. No matter what I do, you know, Max showed us our real numbers on this cooking show. You know, it shows like I have 4 or 5 people hitting this, you know, maybe 15 people. The real numbers is every week on the cooking show we get close to 500,000 views. Nearly 500,000 views. I was shocked. They're shadow banning me on YouTube and on Twitter. Now, if that doesn't sink in your head, I don't know what will. I honestly don't. I mean, I'm not going to get somebody to say, hey, Dave, here's my pay stub from Mark. Nobody wants to admit that they're cheating and committing felonies left and right. Now you're making that up, Darth. Every time you do that, it looks ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah, shadow banning. Okay, so we're caramelizing. Today we're going to cook with a little bit of dill weed. I'm going to throw a little coriander in there too from cilantro seeds. Yeah, just something different. Dill weed and coriander. I get these for $2.50 at Walmart. It's amazing how cheap these things are. Okay, so what I'm going to do is open this can of oyster sauce with oysters in it. I'm going to throw the whole can on top of that with all the water from it. Put some dill weed on top. Okay. Coriander is an option you don't have to do, but okay, bring it all around. Okay. Nice. Cover it up. Let that cook at level 6 for a significant amount of time. Don't ever post that. No, you can't post that guy ever. He didn't die. He's still alive. Yeah. You know, Tom, I'm going to throw some hot sauce in there just to kill the taste for you. So I got a little Patti LaBelle number 3 I'm going to throw in there. Do 3 shakes. If you want to use Cholula or Tabasco, go for it. Any more criticism, Tom, you're going to lose your account. Yeah. Okay, 3 shakes of any Tabasco sauce or whatever you got. The area I live is very close to Fukushima Central. I buy my fish. You have to wrap the entire world around to get to my fish. I use the top of the line ionic tower. I have multiple ionic towers running. I use the Brookstone. Okay, that's a boil going on right in there. Now I'm ready to go for the milk. Excuse me, not the milk. Sorry. The butter. I've got a pad of organic butter here. Let me throw a couple of those in there. Yeah, and I picked up a mega container of Parmesan cheese if I want to top this off. Only $5.99 at Costco. Isn't that amazing? Okay, you want to take your shrimp. If it's got peelings on it like this, you want to cook it with the peelings on. So throw that in there now. I'm cooking at level 6 on both sides, but now I'm going to add my rotini to the water. I've got a half a box of non-GMO rotini here I'm going to add. I added the Italian seasoning already. Yeah, half a teaspoon. I like these because they have texture. Yeah, rotini takes a little longer than the macaroni I picked up, but I'm gonna do a box of this too. I factored in $2 for the pasta, and this was $1.50, and I used about 50 cents worth of rotini. The nice thing about these is you get the little cheese packages in here. I'm gonna throw this in just a sec. Everything's cooking at level 6, which is medium-high. Now you can replace the zucchini with peas. Peas work really well. Yeah. You can also, if you have nothing but a green pepper, I was thinking of actually making this with a green pepper, but to get the Prima Vera, you need zucchini. In the 1970s, Prima Vera became a dish that everybody wanted. It's one of those things. It's like, I think 73 it was first developed in France or Italy. No, California, excuse me. Pasta Primavera. And everyone was talking about, have you had any pasta Primavera? And everyone was making it. They put a lot of vegetables. You can make it with beef. You can make it with, I wouldn't do pork, but beef or fish. Chicken, you can make chicken like a cacciatore, but with the vegetables. Prince Andrew says, David, I feel like you haven't done the black voice any time. Could you step up your game? Well, I would, but it's inappropriate to do the black voice on a daily basis because I'm not trying to, make fun of black people. I respect black people, I do. It's about spring vegetables, right? Exactly. Thank you, Impish. The earliest veggies you can cook with, right? Now you can use carrots in there, but they take a little longer to cook. All right, thank you. Prince Andrew, so nice of you to be here. I know your father loves the show. I realize that you're very close now, after you've had a tragedy in the royal family, with Meghan and Harry, unable to fulfill their royal duties. You're looking for someone to replace the royals. Perhaps you'd like to solicit me to be your royal friend. He's my biggest fan, really? Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. They're done. Look at that. Pull those shrimp out. It didn't take long. I'm going to pull the shells off. Throw the milk in. Throw the Annie's cheddar cheese in. That's about a half a cup of milk. Okay. Get that opening a little bigger. Get it all in there. In fact, I'm going to put a little water in there and get every little bit of it out of there. Maximize the cheese. Okay. That is garbage. But you could claim it was paper waste, but it has like a metal lining, I don't think. Okay, give everything a nice stir. Okay, let it cook continually at level 6. Continuing cook. The shrimp is cooling off. I'm going to grab one of my organic garlics that I got from the Safeway store. I'm going to put a couple cloves in here. It always adds a certain, I guess, a roasty taste, you know. Thank you for enjoying our show. You got to admit, this does seem appealing, right? Okay, the shrimp is almost ready to be de-skinned. So you pull the hull off of it. And then pinch the tail off so you get every last bit of it. I'm going to put those in there. I'm going to turn the flame down completely to 0. The cream sauce is looking really good. Now the flavor of the shrimp really starts to work with it. And since it was such a high flame initially, I'm just going to throw this stuff in there. Oh man, that shrimp tastes great. I'm going to leave them whole. All right. You don't want any skin on there. Make sure you get the most off of it. So Lord Mountbatten likes me, huh? Is that right? How are you, sir? Nice to have you here. Sire? I'm kidding. It's a joke. We know you're not real. Okay, one more, 2 more. And somebody said, hey, Dave, do you want to put some turmeric in there? Why not? I'm going to put some Patti LaBelle seasoning in here. Almost done with all the shrimp. Okay. Nice. Rinsing hand. Let me go ahead and do the garlic. Do the garlic. Do, 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 do. Yeah. So Anita discovered a really good drink, a health drink that she makes, and it's helping her, she said. It has garlic in it, shaved garlic, shaved ginger, lemon, and honey. And it's like it's not a drink. She has like a tablespoon or 2 of this stuff, and she says it makes her feel good. You know, she's suffering with so many maladies that. Okay, mince that garlic up really nice. Throw it on top. Give everything a little stir and then cover it up. Make sure the garlic is sitting in the water, or in the juice rather. There you go. Okay, now that garlic was done very quickly, and you don't want to overcook the garlic, so it's just literally sitting in the juice right now. And I helped Max lose 35 pounds. Really, Max? That's awesome, man. He's lost 35 pounds following my recipes. Gordon Ramsay would say, piss off. He would actually say there's not enough salt in the dinner. The shrimp is great. You gotta love this. This is made in Baja with the purest water off the Pacific Ocean. And you know, Baja is getting less radiation than other areas of the northern latitudes. So you can't lose from anything off Peru, Ecuador. Anything on the South American side is usually good because it's below the equator. Baja is not quite below the equator, but it's getting there. Done with my hanky. Hey, let's get that other pasta in there right now. The Prima Vera takes twice the time. Now I put the other pasta in. I'm cooking it at a level 6. Okay, we'll do about 10 minutes for the little macaroni to get done. But Prima Vera is a pretty thick pasta. It takes a little longer. About 16, 17 minutes. This is healthy. Hot Rails, are you kidding me? You have no idea how good this food is. And when you eat it, it brings you into a whole different level of living. I mean, you begin to realize that you're living a luxury life for $6? I mean, seriously. Come on. Wake up, dude. Okay, let's do the Patty LaBelle. Well, Patty, where are you? Hello? There you are. Always stir your pasta shells. Okay, we picked up this really amazing no salt seasoning from Miss Patty. And man, it is good, good, good. It's got turmeric in it. It's got a little bit of, well, I'll let her keep her recipe secret, but I got these for a song in a wholesale food place, 12 years ago, and they're still just as good. You have been removed from the show. You are not allowed to chat here. No, Patty makes some good stuff, and I think she still has her business going, you know. Yeah, that's good. Okay, I'm going to give a few shakes to Patty in there. Okay. Can you see it still bubbling inside? Check this out. Isn't that amazing? Oh my gosh, you saw my toes. Okay, make sure all the seasoning's in the sauce. It's marrying right now. At this point, you can turn that off. If you want to save energy, you can put a cover on and just keep it on, but make sure it's off a little bit, otherwise it'll overheat. I'm going to prepare my Parmesan container for use. The Parmesan container has a protective covering to avoid tampering. Remove the protective covering. Man, who do you have to know to get this thing off? Okay, here we go. Ah, the smell of cellulose. Love it. You know, people complain there's cellulose in Parmesan. Yeah. So you're eating a tree. Who cares? Micah, you are not allowed to post here. That is a violation. Yeah, if you're going to post here, Micah, beware, you will be banned. Gosh. That's what I'm talking about, man. I'm talking about making something real good for your gal, your lover. Now, the oysters are an aphrodisiac, which make you very, very sexy and horny. But I didn't tell you that. I did now, though. Yeah, the oyster is going to make everything kind of work together in your love life. $6 deluxe. I like that. Now, some of you haven't had sex in years, and this might just spark that moment when you meet somebody at the local wherever. This is healthy, dude. You haven't eaten until you've had this meal. I've served a variety of this meal to people that live only on 5-star restaurant food, and they actually had a foodgasm right in front of me. One woman, who's a distant relative, it's like she literally had this weird thing going on where she pretended to be choking. Yeah, but it was just because she was having a foodgasm. Yeah. She was actually jealous that I made such a nice meal. Well, it's a person I don't talk to or haven't seen in a long time. Yeah. I invited my third cousin over to my house one year. No, don't ever do that. Yeah, it was horrible. Yeah, Sam, that's an inappropriate name. Manila. Sam Manila. If it was Salminio, that would be different. I am teaching Americans the best recipes. Not only Americans, but people all around the world dig my show. I know. Overweight people on a budget can save big time. But you got to stop the snacking. If you eat 3 square meals a day, you'll be better off. I used to think grazing was better. And then I noticed that overweight people think they can graze all the time. And then they just keep grazing until they gain more weight, you know. So I think 3 square meals is the best way to go. I actually do 2. I cut back. I only have a banana for breakfast sometimes. Yeah, so you want to eat less if you want to stay healthy. Okay, so everything's off. This is ready to be drained. Beautiful. You hear those jets in the background? That's the sound of freedom. All right, we got that going. I think I hear Sarah. Yeah, it's got a little seafood metally. To get all that macaroni off the bottom. No, that didn't really happen, did it? Oh man, it dropped down the side. Okay. So we're going to put all of the pasta in this pan right here with all the shrimp and the zucchini. All right. I'm going to take a spoon and rotate it from bottom to top like that. Bringing the shrimp and everything together. Rotating everything together and making sure everything's covered with this wonderful, incredible sauce. Beautiful. Yeah, you could easily serve 6 people with this, not just 3. So everybody would only get 1 shrimp as opposed to 2. Okay, so I'm going to change it. Sorry. I'm going to change it to 6. 6 for 6. Okay, if that's okay with you. Thank you. Okay, we're now going to 6 people. If you want to make 3, they just eat extra shrimp. Wow. Let's get that Parmesan on top. What do you say? And you can just let this set on the stove until you're ready to cook and serve. Okay. Nice healthy supply, and then just let it sit on the warm and you're good to go. We have just accomplished 6 meals for $6. Thank you for watching, everyone. Sarah is
Thank you.
signing off. We're both signing off. Thank you, Sarah, for everything. Take care, everyone.